open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give to Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big...
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking...
Brandon Cooks, touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Cooks, 67 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw is Winston. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Cooks, 53 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Cooks, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for two is going to come up empty. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Rodgers on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And Brake has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
5 on the 50.
A first down throw for Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Winston. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far.
Brandon Cooks past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 90 yards. Wilson wants to throw it. Rolling to his left. Fights, and that's a touchdown late in this affair.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them and feel.
And oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, sex and prayer hands. Hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed. I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts. Louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks. Feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? God in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, now the look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hit me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust. Starting steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess I had to be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, Ole Green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I been gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You were shook with Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked a towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give up my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Blair Walsh now, about ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Marshals offense, first down as they get ready. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys going to come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few throws, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Come on, tempo.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. And the grab by Croft. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see him.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. They'll look good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Here's Wilson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little leaguer there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And open left side is Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grady Jarrett continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now Wilson on the move to his left. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Come on, triple.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Jarrell Casey in there to pick.
That. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like u000s. I'll give you the.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. On the ball. Sunday.
On play action. Wins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On the ball.
Play action. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? They're going to play, and they responded to the challenge.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump ball to McKinnon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes Philly's offense. You know, Charles, the Eagles, they've kind of gone from having one of the most enviable quarterback positions in the league to a couple question marks here because you got Carson Wentz still recovering from the knee injury. Nick Foles with a shoulder injury now.
And the thing that they've got going for them, even though it's a little bit unsettled right now, is that it's not as bad as maybe it appears. Carson Wentz has now been cleared for 11 on 11 work. They're hoping contact will come sooner rather than later. The injury to Nick Foles, believed to be serious at first, not so serious now. They think that he'll be ready for the opener. And Nate Sudfeld, their number 3 quarterback, after 2 weeks of the NFL preseason schedule, leads the league in passing. So maybe it's not quite as bad as maybe people thought.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. On the ball.
Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On the ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 33 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. San Francisco's offense back onto the field. And we'll take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Dwight Clark, one of the great ones back in June, and the Niners announced that this year they're going to wear number 87 logo on their helmets. A fitting tribute. A
fitting tribute indeed. One of the all-time greats for the San Francisco 49ers. And I often think how they saw him and got him on the team. And it was very simply this. Former coach Bill Walsh went to work out a quarterback named Steve Fuller at Clemson. And he needed someone to catch the ball. And they got Dwight Clark off the golf course to catch the football for him. And Coach Walsh walked away thinking, he might have something with this wide receiver. And the rest is history.
And, of course, he had the catch, and they're going to put a statue of that outside the stadium before their October 21st game. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Garoppolo to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Great.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Solomon Thomas coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the 49er offense yet again. Let's discuss the 49er running game while they trot out there. Carlos Hyde is, of course, gone. He's now in Cleveland. What do you make of the backfield as we move into 2018?
A little bit jumbled right now here in the preseason because of a lot of injuries. Jerick McKinnon, who came over from Minnesota, expected to be their lead back. He's dinged up, will not play the rest of the preseason. Neither will Matt Breida nor Joe Williams. All of them out of action. So right now, the top 2 runners, Raheem Mostert and Jeremy McNichols. McNichols from Boise State was with Tampa for a while last year before signing with the 49ers. And Mostert, as a kid, offered a surfing contract at one point before becoming an NFL running back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Like 80!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
There we go. Back man. 151.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chris Long able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 50 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm, really. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup.
Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash amount, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring it. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with they.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Hey, let's go.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Ryan, and that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got it up to the 15, showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They run with Ajayi. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And nearly picked off. surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top five, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number one in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top two picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
Now it's a Giant. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On play action, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Play action, now Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Here's Ajayi. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's Wentz to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On the ball.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Here we go. Waiting. This 5-2.
This is Ajayi, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
We all know how important momentum is in a game, and when an offense decides to take a deep shot downfield, they're trying to create a big play and put doubt in the defense's mind the rest of the ball game. And in this case, the defense won the battle, batted the ball away deep downfield. So guess what? Momentum now quickly shifted from the offense taking the shot to the defense knocking it away, and now they feel like they might be in control.
On play action, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Wentz. And his pass incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Greg.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
On the ball.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Go.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 20.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. An Eagle first down. Wentz to Ertz.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Let's go.
They run again with a giant. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Doug Pedersen's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw on 3rd down. Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go.
Throwing his Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan on 2nd down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they...
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mustard yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This one taken from the center. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wentz to throw on second down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And brought before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Four down. Don't go.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 58 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Target. Black, target.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Come back.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Watson on first down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers. but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Setting up the screen for Miller. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets touchdown, Texans. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their pass.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the